stop now, Nathan. You are an absolute liar. Your entire life is dedicated to a lie. You are a useless human being. You do not belong here on the internet. You do not belong. Get off the internet. Stop putting your lies out there. You're running from the topic, Nathan. All of these cameras. You are useless human being. All of these cameras are recording. You do not belong here on the internet. I'm standing here next to Jaren's camera. It's watching me. You're running from the topic that you're lying. All of these cameras. You are useless human being. All of these cameras are recording. You do not belong here on the internet. I'm standing here next to Jaren's camera. It's watching me. You're running from the topic that you're lying. All of these cameras. You are useless human being. All of these cameras are recording. You do not belong here on the internet. I'm standing here next to Jaren's.
So aside from that just being
watching me, you're running from the topic that you're Jaren's belong here on the internet. I'm standing here next to Jaren's camera. It's watching me. You're running from the topic that you're lying. All of these cameras. You are useless human being. All of these cameras are recording. You do not belong here on the internet. I'm standing here next to Jaren's.
So aside from that just being
watching me, you're running from the topic that you're belong here on the internet. I'm standing here next to Jaren's camera. It's watching me. You're running from the topic that all of these cameras. You are useless human being. All of these cameras are recording. You do not belong here on the internet. I'm standing here next to belong here on the internet. I'm standing here next to all of these cameras. You are useless human being. All of these cameras are recording. You do not belong here on the internet. I'm standing here next to these cameras. These cameras. These cameras.
Can you hear me now? Does this help? Can you hear me now? Anything? Can you hear me now? Does this help? Okay, so you can hear that.
Have to have been in on this all as well.
Can you hear me now? Anything? Then there's a hell of a delay too. Can you hear me now? Does this help? Okay, so you can hear that.
Have to have been in on this all as well. So
and you can
really
hear that.
More and more and more out.
And you can hear that. Okay. Jesus, what the fuck? All right. So basically, what this whole thing is just he's taken everybody else's video, edited it together, and made a movie. That's all he's done. There's other than him talking, there's no original content. Well, him talking and putting text on the screen. There's no original content. So he plagiarized Walter Bisselin's flat Earth calculator. He plagiarized other people's work, and he's claiming it for his own. It's fucking sad, man. This guy is a fucking pathetic loser. So we'll have this. Faultumentary, yeah. So we're gonna do this one. We're gonna try it again, but at where is it? At 10 p.m., 10 tonight, my time. We're going to watch. They went top Antarctica, but why the deception? It's actually a title that some human decided was good enough to publish. They went top Antarctica, but why the deception? So there shouldn't be an exclamation point there. That shouldn't be capitalized. And there should be a comma in place of the exclamation point. The guy is fundamentally fucking illiterate. Functionally illiterate. So all this guy is saying is the flat Earth, flat Earth calculator that I plagiarized from Walter Bisselin that uses impossible physics, impossible math, proves that the flat Earth has predicted the 24-hour sun all along. That's his claim. I mean, Jesus Christ. It's like, wow. It's like saying I can prove a car is only this big. And then he takes it and puts it in a fucking crusher. Austin Murphy, when are they going to show the 24-hour footage? They didn't take any 24-hour footage because they were unable to, you dumb fuck. Didn't you hear this explained to you at least 10 times? I think you did, because I think I saw you in the chat when they were explaining it, you stupid, ignorant motherfucker. God, what a useless lump of shit you are on humanity. So we're going to try and go through it again.
Never work. And then one day
they had a 24-hour live stream, but they left it in your mom's box. There's a lot of space in there.
I got it. But I should probably go back to the very beginning. I'm Will Duffy, and I pastor a small church in Colorado.
Because they didn't fucking shoot it, you dumb motherfucker. Are you this fucking retarded, Austin? You can't follow a conversation? They tried doing a 24-hour live stream, but they couldn't. Does that answer your fucking question, you fucking retard? Jesus Christ, you're fucking stupid.
The day was August 2nd, 2021.
God damn it, man.
I was scrolling through Facebook, and
Fuck.
a friend of mine, her name
No wonder you're a flat earther. You're retarded.
is Wendy. She posted something about
You don't listen.
flat Earth. And at first,
They didn't take a 24-hour. They didn't have a 24-hour live stream. Then why won't they show it? Because they didn't fucking have it. Jesus. Because they didn't have the fucking bandwidth, you dumb motherfucker. Do you know what it takes to do a 24-hour fucking live stream from normal internet? Let alone what they have in fucking Antarctica, you dumb piece of shit. Are you fucking this retarded? Seriously. Do you have a learning disability or a mental handicap? God damn it, dude. Are you fucking stupid?
I thought she must be
Were you dropped on your fucking head as an infant? Did you get kicked in the head by a fucking mule? Holy shit, you're stupid.
joking, but there was no punchline.
God damn it, man.
So I read the comments, and it seemed genuine.
Yes, good question, Steven. What fucking difference would that make to you, asshole? Because you'll deny everything you fucking see as long as it goes against your fucking flat earth bullshit. So don't go asking for a 24-hour stream because, number one, you won't fucking watch it. And number two, you won't believe it.
This was very peculiar to me. How could someone today, in the 21st century, think the Earth is...
Anyway, so I'm having a discussion with Rockets Push Off Air. This dumb motherfucker, holy shit, he's dumber than Austin Murphy here. Oh, and also I've challenged what's his fuck dipshit Steve here to a debate. That's not Steve, that's Will, but the guy who made this video. Steve Alonzo. I've challenged him to debate the shape of the earth. Was it the point to record? No, it wasn't. Yeah, the point was to record a 24-hour sun, but not to fucking live stream it, you dumb motherfucker. And they recorded a 24-hour sun, and like 3 or 4 people did, and they've played them. They've uploaded them. They've been shown. So what the fuck do you care? So this is Rockets Push Off Air. I love the fact that you still don't understand Newton's laws of motion. You don't. They have nothing to do with rockets. So, well, I got to fix that. Hold on. So rickets? No, rickets don't do that. Rockets do that. So rockets aren't subject to the laws of motion. What laws? How do you think rockets work? What do you mean laws? What do you mean what laws? Newton's laws of motion, dude. Specifically Newton's third law of motion. Every action has an opposite option. Jesus, Sean. An equal reaction. He says, and then I say, if rockets had to push off air, then the air would have to be thick enough and dense enough to support the weight and thrust of a rocket. Does that sound feasible to you? Seen any really thick air? Right, but how does that apply to rockets? Oh my fucking Lord. I'll ask you again, what grade of school did you drop out of? I learned this in 5th grade. But you can't explain it. Rockets put out a lot of matter when they are functioning. In the form of a huge explosion, a huge constant explosion. The force of the explosion, the exhaust, is in all directions. The cone of the nozzle of the rocket focuses that energy out the back. The rest of the explosion pushes the rocket through space, through the air and space. Educate yourself. Then come back and talk to the adults. I mean, this is how fucking stupid flat earthers are. They don't even understand the laws of motion. They failed that portion in school, just like Austin Murphy here.
Flat. And so I did what most people would do, and I commented to figure out what was going on.
Dude, are you fucking retarded, Austin? Seriously, are you fucking retarded? So easy to trigger a globe because you're fucking stupid, motherfucker. You come in my fucking live stream and you post stupid shit like this that a 5th grader should understand? And you say, oh yeah, it's so easy to trigger a glober. You know how easy it is to trigger a flat earther? Say hello in their chat. That's how easy it is to trigger one of you dumb motherfuckers. State a fact. That's the way to trigger a flat earther. State science. Cite evidence and experiments. That's the way to trigger a flat earther. So you want to talk about being triggered, motherfucker? God damn, you're dumb. Just a second. I didn't have the studio open, but now I do. You're a college graduate. No, you're not. No, you're fucking not. Asking questions like this, you're a fucking liar, motherfucker. A college graduate doesn't ask stupid questions like this. Shit that he should have learned in the 5th fucking grade. That's not what college graduates do, idiot. So you're a fucking liar. So tell us more lies, motherfucker.
Quickly learned.
Tell us how you graduated summa cum laude from Steve Alonzo's university here.
She was very serious in her position. Wow.
Really, Whitson is refusing to show a 24-hour video. You're a fucking liar. You're an abject, bald-faced fucking liar. Oh my God, you're fucking stupid. Holy shit. Look at the liar. Look at the fucking liar here lying about MC Toon. You are a fucking maggot. Jesus fucking Christ, this guy. And you don't deserve a fucking wrench on my channel, asshole. For lying like you are, you don't deserve a fucking wrench on my channel.
First reaction was, well, this will be easy to prove her wrong. I'll just show her.
Oh, hey, man from the West. Sorry, I missed you there.
Some proof that we live on a globe. She'll quickly change her mind, and we can go on our merry way. But that is not what happened at all. She was ready for my arguments. And
now Steve Alonzo, he's been on other channels. He's been on other live streams, so it's not like he's shy to go online, right? To go on a panel to discuss shit. So let's see just Let's just see how he replies.
She had good, solid answers for the proofs I was giving her. To be brutally honest, she knew the globe arguments better than I did. Now, a lot of people at this point would just write Wendy off and move on.
And this dipshit here, fucking Will, gives him an award saying he's the closest flat earther that came to a prediction, when he didn't use flat earth as a prediction.
On and not deal with the new information presented to them. But that is not who I am. If you know me, you know I have to get to the bottom of things. I have to know the truth. One way or the other, whether I'm right or wrong, I have to know the truth. You can ask my wife. Certain things will even keep me up at night until I figure them out. So instead of ignoring Wendy, I decided I needed to look into this more. And she would send me information, articles, videos, things.
Who's this Wendy person he's talking about?
That I could digest that I had probably never.
And I've fucking missed everybody here. Real Cygnus, hello. Stephen Jarvis. M. Davis. Kuros. That may be all that came back. Yeah, I think that's it.
Never heard of before. And I went deep into the flat earth rabbit hole.
See, this would be a documentary if when you showed each one of these people's names, you would have interviewed them. Interviewed the participants and gotten a word from them there, Steve. Hey, Lisa. Yes, we are in the middle of an amazing psyop. Flat earthers are conducting the psyop. That's who's doing the psyop. And I'm going to speed it up a little bit. It's like, why can't we get ice cream? Well, the ice cream parlor's closed. Yeah, but why can't we get ice cream? Because the ice cream parlor is closed. But you said we could get ice cream. The ice cream parlor is closed. Hey, ha ha ha. I mean, are you serious? Are you serious, Austin? Are you fucking serious? Jesus fucking Christ.
And then one day.
Wait, what? What? Your name is here? You weren't one of the fucking participants, asshole. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. He's including himself in this. Are you kidding me? Holy shit. You aren't a participant, Steve. You're just another dumb fucking lying flat earther trying to capitalize off YouTube clout. Jesus fuck.
And then one day,
I love that. He's got a diploma. He's got a diploma from the Flat Earth University. Oh my God! And Flat Earth Science. Yes, he had the gall to title a book Flat Earth Science.
and then one day,
Hey, Extra J.
I was watching an interview, and that is where I finally got the idea.
Yep, got a
for the
line
final
of flurf.
experiment. It was David Weiss. He is best known as Flat Earth Dave. And here's what he said.
One of the arguments that people give is on a flat Earth, you can't have a 24-hour sun, a midnight sun in Antarctica. And
Right, and now they're all of them. David Weiss, Nathan Oakley, every last one of them is saying, well, we never said that.
I agree. But there is no midnight sun in Antarctica.
That's it. Antarctica and the 24-hour sun. But most importantly, Dave Weiss made me realize the single most important thing when it comes to the final experiment is that both sides agree. Both sides agree that if there is a 24-hour sun, we live on a globe with Antarctica as an island at the bottom of it.
Yes, before you went on the trip, now they've changed their tune, haven't they, Will?
And both sides agree that if there's not a 24-hour sun, we live on a flat plane with Antarctica encircling the rest of the continents. This was the most important foundation for the final experiment. Agreement from both sides on what the results of the experiment would prove. And what I appreciate about Flat Earth Dave is that he, possibly more than anyone else, is willing to put his money where his mouth is.
No, he's not. No, he's not, Will. What are you talking about? He put his money where his mouth was with 3 Bitcoin and he never paid off. Never, Will. Never.
He has a public Bitcoin challenge where he will give you 3 Bitcoin if you can show him one proof we live on a globe.
Yeah. People have done that, Will. You think you're the first person to discover this? Dozens of people have sent him what he asked for. And he blocks them. And he ignores them. And then he lies about them.
So this is how the final experiment came to be. This is the journey that I went on personally in my life that culminated with my idea for the final experiment. A lot of people are going to ask where things stand with me.
So you did this to get the 3 Bitcoin that's never going to be paid off? Fucking brilliant, dude. That's fucking brilliant. Paid, what, 90,000 fucking dollars? Almost $100,000 for yourself and 2 other people? Almost $100,000. And you're going to get shit from it. You're going to get nothing from it. No flat earther believes it. Fucking Jaron and Witsit, you wasted $80,000 on these assholes.
I do believe we live on a globe.
When everybody told you that it wouldn't work, that it wouldn't help, they wouldn't believe it. Everybody told you, Will.
But I came up with the final experiment because I can't prove it. There are people who claim they've been to Antarctica and claim they've seen a 24-hour sun, but I've never done that myself. And there are others who claim they've been to Antarctica and claim the sun was not visible for 24 hours. Again, I've never done this for myself. The final experiment seeks to eliminate having to figure out who's telling the truth and decipher exactly what it was that people saw in the sky.
$100,000 he could have bought 2 houses for that money. Not big houses, houses this size, the one I live in. He could have bought 2 or 3 fucking houses for people. Hey, Volcano Jones.
And to figure out why their videos have edits and cuts in them. We remove all of that, and we simply perform the experiment together, side by side, with an agreement ahead of time, that there either will...
Oh yeah, good for content, but just a shit waste of money.
There'll be a 24-hour sun or there won't be. And what it means depending on which one we find while we're there. So let me first answer the
You know what I could have done with that money? Holy fuck! With $100,000, I could buy a fucking workspace, not rent, buy a workspace, CNC machines, and start producing shit for money and get myself out of fucking poverty. That's what I could have done with $100,000. There's a space right now for 50. For 50,000 bucks. Cash in the money head or cash in the barrel head, and I own it. I can get a wood CNC. I can buy a wood CNC machine for 5, or I can buy a metal CNC machine for about 10,000.
the one question everyone is going to ask. What if you don't get someone from each side to agree to go to Antarctica? That's a valid concern. And because we wanted the final experiment to be final, we considered this ahead of time. And we will be paying for one person from each side.
But yet you didn't consider ahead of time that no flat earther will ever believe even their own fucking eyes, Will. You didn't consider that, did you?
To go to Antarctica for the final experiment.
However, it seemed the final experiment was set up to be a false dichotomy. Many scientists
No, it wasn't. No, you either see the sun for 24 hours or you don't. There's no false dichotomy.
such as Dr. Stephen Alonso of the Flat Earth University had already published predictions in academic textbooks stating the contrary.
I predict
Academic textbooks? You mean the one you wrote? I mean the academic textbook for your Flat Earth University that doesn't exist?
the 24-hour sun in Antarctica. Page 129 of the Flat Earth Science textbook, section 9.
Let me see if the Flat Earth University is registered. That's not spelled right. Or is it? Does accredited have 2 C's? I must have. No. Is the Flat Earth University in Belize accredited? It does have 2 C's. No, there's no recognized Flat Earth University in Belize, and therefore it is not accredited by any reputable organization. The concept of a Flat Earth University is widely considered a pseudoscientific hoax, meaning there is no legitimate institution offering such a degree or education.
0.5 24-hour sun in Antarctica. Let's do a reading from it. The Flat Earth model predicts that you need to go past 60 degrees south latitude to be able to verify whether or not there is a 24-hour sun in Antarctica.
Oh, did Fuckwit leave? Aw. Don't let the door hit you in the ass.
Coincidentally, this is exactly where the Antarctic Treaty is
Or don't leave angry. Just leave.
established. That's one of the reasons why it's been so hard for us to do that. But we can see the apparent orbit of the sun. This is one of the earlier iterations of the Firmament Trackers app when I was using it more for research. Now it's completely different. It's really advanced. But these are some of the more basic screenshots. But the data was still there. What it clearly said.
See, Flatzoid said, can math lie? He asked the question not too long ago, can math lie? Yeah. Yeah, people can use math to lie, Flatzoid. This guy's doing it right now.
Is that we see that at Union Glacier Camp this December 2024, the sun will always be above the horizon.
Okay, then how do you not see 2 suns, dipshit? How do you not see a sun, a reflection of the sun and the original sun behind you. How do you not see that? If the light is powerful enough to be reflected from behind you to in front of you and then back to you, that means it's gone a further distance than if you would turn around and look at it. See, it's a further distance when it has to go past you to reflect off a surface and then come back to your eye. So how do you not see the sun when you can see the reflection of the sun?
That is right here.
I mean, he's completely going against every bit of flat Earth propaganda. We can't see the sun because it's too far away. Well, how does it go over your head and reflect back to you with that being a further distance?
It wasn't until the challenges were announced that I realized I might have to do something.
Have to do something? Well, God, please don't do anything rash.
Days were going
That would be disappointing.
by, and there's no submissions from the flat Earth side. The math seemed to make sense for me. I knew the flat Earth model, but who am I to represent flat Earth? I'm just a random guy. I only maybe had.
So you think maybe that if you would have told Will Duffy that you're using a dome, not only one but two domes. You've got a flat Earth dome, and then you've got your personal dome. So you think maybe if you told Will that, and that you plagiarized Walter Bislin's flat Earth curve calculator, or flat Earth calculator, or simulator, or whatever he calls it, you think he would have given you the award then? With you plagiarizing other people's work? Probably not.
I had like 100 subscribers back then. I can't do that.
But of course, I mean, Will's trying to placate everyone. He probably would have anyway.
But if I don't, no one's going to.
I don't want to have to represent flat Earth, but I don't have a choice.
I don't want to represent flat Earth, but I have a choice. Listen to this shit. Listen to this fucking made up bullshit drama. Oh, he's so introspective, isn't he?
That is right here.
It wasn't until the challenges were announced that I realized I might have to
Listen to the music.
do something. The days were going by, and there's no submissions from the flat Earth side. The math seemed to make sense for me. I knew the flat Earth model, but who am I to represent flat Earth? I'm just a random guy. I only maybe had like 100 subscribers back then. I can't do that.
Dome refraction. So according to him, the sun and moon and all the stars are outside the dome. They're not in the firmament, like biblical cosmologists say.
But if I don't, no one's going to.
I don't want to have to represent flat Earth, but I don't have a choice. If I don't, no one will.
Yeah, you could probably turn the volume down on the music when you start talking, you know?
Yes, I'm going to do it. Doesn't matter what anyone says. I'm going to represent flat Earth, and I'm going to win.
In the prior months, Joseph Hanvey had also hypothesized that the flat Earth model
Damn, you're like psychic, Cygnus.
requires a 24-hour sun in the south, and began constructing physical models that allowed light to pass through dome firmaments,
Like solid glass paperweights.
refracting and creating the physical mechanism for what Dr. Alonso had mathematically proven. This new field of research would later go on to be
This new field of research. So trying to pass off bullshit is a field of research now.
given the name dome refraction, and it is this dome refraction that allowed us to win the final experiment, proving the Earth to be flat. Austin Whitsitt had also been conducting scientific research into
Oh my God. Austin Whitsitt has been conducting scientific research.
dome refraction.
Have
The portion that's lit up as the sun moves over top of it, of course, it's dark where the light is not.
Oh my God! I hope nobody on Earth is epileptic.
Throughout the year, it moves closer and further away from the center. So during the summer in the north, you have the 24-hour sunlight in the Arctic. As it goes out, you get 24-hour sunlight, not sun visibility, which is right here. If you can see with the coffee cup caustic, it's lighting up all the way around. So there's a
Actually, that's not coffee cup caustic with it. That would be internal reflection from the material that your dome there is made of. That's not a coffee cup caustic.
an idea of what we have going on. Pretty cool.
And a coffee cup caustic, you see it on the ground. You see that on the ground. You don't see that in the coffee cup. You see it on the bottom of the coffee cup. Where on earth do you see a caustic on the fucking ground, Austin? When did you see it in Antarctica? Because that'd be about where it'd be, is in Antarctica. So where was this coffee cup caustic seen? Whitsit?
Little touch of the black gate.
What stood out to me with Joe Handy was his astrophotography skills. He's an astronomer, an amateur astronomer, just like...
Yeah, he bought all of his telescopes all at the same time to debunk the globe, and he's failed. And he's not an astronomer. You're not an astronomer if you own a telescope. You're an astronomer if you own a telescope and you know how to fucking use it.
us, but he has all the equipment to be taking these photos and videos himself. And it upset a lot of people in the flat earth community when he was posting nebulas, galaxies, stuff that a lot of us may have thought just doesn't exist. Myself, I apply the scientific method, and Joe Handy very, very...
No, you don't. No, you don't, dude. You do not apply the scientific method to anything.
very similar. He wants to get these observations himself and just come to his own conclusion. It doesn't really upset us if certain people...
See, you can't plagiarize a model that can't physically fucking work in reality and call it applying the scientific method.
don't like I don't think the same way as you don't think the same way as me. That's what life's about. If someone thinks Mars looks different than you think Mars looks like, and they both have different focal lengths, who cares? It still exists. It's still up there. So what I loved about Joe is that he was able to analyze this stuff and just tell you what he thought he was doing. He's not a scientist. None of us are professionals in labs with $1 million equipment. So with our basic level of skill set, we're able to do a lot. Now, Joe, he wanted to look into how could a 24-hour sun work, and
I wonder if he's gotten tenure.
our Earth. It became really popular maybe 7 months ago when the topic was brought up. If there is a 24-hour sun, how is it going to work? It was something that most of us probably just never thought about before. In the back of our minds, we're all in the northern hemisphere. We just never really thought about it. Most of us didn't even know if it existed, how all the edited footage. Now, Joe, he was...
See, the way it exists is you take some bullshit that you can't prove and you plagiarize somebody's work that makes it work with impossible physics.
conducting many experiments. He's trying to build physical models. What caught my eye with Joe was the first time he got a light and shined it above a dome firmament. Just a glass plastic bowl. All I wanted to see was the refraction. Can light shine through a dome, and what happens when it does, the point A to point B? And I was fascinated. I understood that for a 24-hour sun to work in the flat Earth on a South Pole, we would have to invoke what's now called dome refraction.
Okay, prove your dome. Prove there's a dome.
At the time, we didn't know it.
I mean, if he agrees to debate me, that's the first thing I'm gonna demand, is that he give me definite physical proof of a dome. If he can't, debate's over.
We called this, we just saw a dome, parabolic dome, and refractions, light shining through there and changing angles up to 180 degrees, which is fascinating. So what the firmament is actually made of, we don't know. So a lot of people got upset at Joe. They were trying to hold him to this perfect standard of expecting a 100% quantified model. They want like a
tar and feathering, riding him out on a rail. That would be a good thing.
VSOP 87.
But somehow it's unusual and cruel punishment for some reason. I mean, tar tends to blister the skins a little bit.
compared to like the heliocentric standard from just a normal person like us. No, that's not what you're gonna get. What matters though is that Josh is showing us a physical mechanism that makes this
Wait, what did you say?
model. They want like a VSOP 87 compared to like the heliocentric standard from just a
Heliocentric standard? But you've said that there is no heliocentric model. So how do you have a heliocentric standard?
normal person like us. No, that's not what you're gonna get. What matters though is that Josh
So this is what he said is required.
shining through there and changing angles up to 180 degrees, which is fascinating. So what the firmament is actually made of, we don't know.
But yet you can use its properties in a calculator and show how do you know what math to use, what properties to use, what refractive index to use if you don't know what it's fucking made of?
So a lot of people got upset at Joe. They were trying to hold him to this perfect standard of expecting a 100% quantified model. They want like a VSOP 87 compared to like the heliocentric standard from...
Yes, that's what's required for science, man, is you have to meet a standard. You have to, your evidence, your model has to match reality, and it doesn't. His model does not in any way, shape, or form match reality.
Just a normal person like us. No, that's not what you're gonna get. What matters though is that Josh is showing us a physical mechanism that makes this possible. It opens up a whole...
No, it doesn't make it possible, because there is no dome, there's no personal dome, and it completely defies physics. That's not science, man.
new field now for what I really had no clue about. I didn't actually know the physical mechanism for how this would work. It might sound weird, but growing up in school, we're not taught dome refraction. Dome refraction...
Because it doesn't exist, asshole. What the fuck? Are you kidding me? They don't teach you a lot of stuff in school, like the tooth fairy shoe size. They don't teach you that. You know why?
and is something they don't want us to know about. The idea of creation is already something we all believe in anyway, as you know.
You know, they don't teach you fucking Hobbit. They don't teach you Hobbit language either in school. You know why?
Dome firmaments don't pop out of big bangs. We already know we're created. The idea of being in a created realm.
And no, you don't know that we're created. That's your opinion. The second law of thermodynamics proves no, it doesn't. You fucking retard. It most certainly doesn't.
Is the exact same as simulation theory. So I'm not talking about humans are making us.
Also, you can't bend water. Really? Surfing. Huh, water doesn't bend, you dumb motherfucker? The Earth from space. Ah, wow. So water can't bend around this thing? Water can't, this isn't bendy water? You dumb fuck? That's not bendy water? Sure looks bendy to me, dumb shit.
Inside of a computer. Don't get mixed up with the weird...
Water always stays level. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Does this water look like it's staying at staying level? Any of these pictures? Well, this one maybe, but there's a wave behind them. So these pictures prove you right? No, these pictures prove you wrong. Oh, these are CGI? These are all CGI? Every one of these is CGI? Few of them are. Not all of them. Not every photo you don't like is CGI, stupid. What the fuck? How old are you, man? Are you 8?
type of Elon Musk's simulation theory. I'm talking about a creator, like the same God that we will...
And no, the 72 Blue Marble is not CGI, stupid. That's a film photograph.
Believe in through these mathematical geometric patterns that I was using, you know.
God damn, you are dumber than dog shit. No, they aren't, Austin. Cope.
like simple stuff such as the sine and cosine function, trigonometry to get the sun to do a great circle around a unit circle. All that stuff is what I was imagining how a creator
Do a great circle? He doesn't know what a great circle is. He doesn't know what a fucking great circle is.
also would have had to
So he thinks going around the Tropic of Capricorn, that would be a great circle for the sun.
implement that into our world.
Hey, I'm very excited to announce the first
Cope? Yeah, you need to take your own advice there, buddy. I'm not the one that's fucking living in a delusion. You are.
of 3
You're the one who denies proof, denies evidence, like a dumb flat earther.
TFE challenges.
You're the one who doesn't know what a fifth grader knows.
These challenges are going to allow each side, flat Earth and globe, to make predictions based on their respective models. And then we will see which side's predictions were most accurate. Now, the first challenge has to do with our flights into South America. We will all fly on a very long, non-stop flight to Santiago, Chile. And our participants will fly to Santiago from 4 different airports.
See, this is his application for a reward that Will was giving out. Notice there's no pictures, no examples of his work. So you got the Lorentz contraction coefficient, the etheric compensation. You can't compensate for something that isn't real, dipshit. Distance scaling factor, height of firmament in kilometers, 6,371 kilometers high. We've been higher than that in planes, dipshit. Oops. Maximum altitude of airplanes in kilometers. The highest altitude attained by a soaring aircraft was 14,000 kilometers. And this dipshit says that plane should have run into the firmament. That's what this idiot thinks. That a plane should have run into the firmament, like halfway up. Less than halfway up. So, how did that plane miss the firmament there, Steve? How did a plane flown by Robert Harris over California, over California City, United States, how did he not run into the fucking firmament? God damn it, these people are ignorant.
So for this challenge, you need to submit your predictions concerning the sun in Punta Arenas, Chile. Now these should include sun angles at sunrise and sunset, and also sunrise and sunset times.
Oh, God damn, he did put some pictures in there, didn't he?
So for TFE challenge number
He probably won because he was the only one fucking entered.
3, I need you to submit predictions for the distance between meridians, between lines of longitude, specifically at Punta Arenas 53 degrees south. And once again, please show your math or your method. His results were almost identical to all of the globe entries, which did not make sense. So I started looking at his math, and I noticed a very interesting number, 6,371 kilometers. His formula that he used included this very specific number of 6,371 kilometers. That just so happens to be the exact average radius of the globe.
Yeah, isn't that weird that he used a globe measurement and you gave him an award for that? Will? All right. See you later, Cygnus.
Well, thanks for meeting with me.
I'm Stephen Alonso, the president of the Flat Earth University, and welcome to the Belize campus. I moved to Belize 5 years ago after getting tired of the corporate life. My background is in software development, enterprise development on the back end. So I just got tired of driving an hour to work, an hour home, and really just felt unfulfilled. If you ever done college or university in your first year, how you would go to a big...
Well, if you got tired of driving like 10 miles to work and back, you should have just created a Flat Earth app and just made the distance 1 mile. Then you'd only have to drive a mile back and forth, right?
lecture hall, and then you'd go back and everything's online. Your assignments are online, your quizzes are online. Moodle was what I did my first year of university, and that's kind of the experience that I'm trying to give everyone with the Flat Earth University. It's a really powerful platform, and you can actually take quizzes, you're going to be graded on it, you have to pass.
Our heroes arrived in Santiago, Chile, and began making their way to Puntas Arenas.
Hey everyone.
You excited about tomorrow?
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be here before we know. We gotta get up super early. Should be fun. We're looking forward to it. There's a tune distracting. Oh no, he's gone. We're live. Say hi to everybody.
Hey guys. Are they gonna do
We were gonna
compass?
Awesome, we gotta do one of those. We were gonna do the sunset, but the cloud said no. Oh, she had a cool jacket yesterday.
These are like
Should have wore the polar jacket. Those are dope.
Right. Should have worn the polar jacket. This is actually the mid layer that I get to wear tomorrow.
Yeah, because we have. It kind of sucks. We have to have everything is already packed.
And
Sorry,
then
go on.
underneath, we got fleece lines.
Base layer.
Base layer. So basically, what they're telling us is we wear our base layer,
Right.
our mid layer,
Right.
our hiking boots just in case if it's not too snowy.
Right.
I tell you, it's on my bucket list to go to wherever Jaron is and steal that hoodie. I want that black hoodie he was wearing.
But we do have the polar boots in our Santa sack, basically.
Right.
Along with our big red polar.
Santa sack.
I mean, what else does it look like, bruh?
Man, wait till you see us in these red jackets they bought
And then
us.
we got the puffies, what they call it down
The
here.
puffy
which are
jacket.
The snow pants.
Well, the snow jacket is just a joke. I look at myself in the mirror. I'm like, holy shit! I look like I weigh 400 pounds.
We waddle in these things.
Here comes what's it.
Yes, Austin graduated summa cum in your mom's box.
He's coming. He's just slow. Have you guys noticed that? What's really slow? What?
I was only frozen because I was looking at him.
So that they can see that we're searching the sun, right?
Yeah, so the sun. Here we go. Sorry.
It's supposed to be.
Listen, why is it still dark?
So if we grab the
Back, okay.
compass,
She's showing
Yeah, I'll
the.
show you guys.
so it's southwest. Supposedly, but it's behind the clouds.
Okay, and then fast forward to. Oh, we're getting our. Show us on camera. That was nice. We were getting a top-down view. You.
Okay, so if we fast forward.
So they're still hopeful at this point. They're still hopeful at this point.
It's this yellow line.
It's gonna get dark
Gotcha.
all over here.
The more college you go to, the more you will see the globes if possible. That's what I did. Went to 3 universities. Yeah, but going to universities to sell drugs is not getting an education, stupid.
There it goes.
Right, I have to move it or else it won't like.
Gotcha.
Yeah, why does the window start blowing at me? Like, are you
It's so cold. I didn't wear gloves today like an idiot.
All right, so now we're at 5 something a.m. And it's supposed to. So if we do pause.
Where's that? What direction is that though?
So that would.
That looks northwest to me.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go up to the room and get my other stuff. You want me to grab your gloves?
If you see them on the bed, can you grab them? They're just the liner gloves.
Yeah, so we're looking at northeast.
Good point, Martin.
Actually, no, this is the east. Northeast.
Sorry, northeast. But that's not right. Hold on a second. That's not right.
Well, right, but we are just using an app, so like we could also say that the app is wrong or whatever. But
Well, the app shouldn't be wrong, but it says northeast. Where does it say it
here,
rises?
let's do it again. Let's do it again.
Please tell me it rises south of east. But
I think we gotta do it at 1,000.
I'm hearing voices.
Okay, so we see it. It's following.
Okay.
Right. So I'm just following it along with my phone.
Okay.
So that we can see.
I'm watching it.
Okay. And then now we got the orientation. We're correct. Okay. So it's right there. So if we're saying that, right? That's
That is south.
and you see how I said it would be at the right of the boat. That's where it should be rising for sure.
See, if you wear all black like that with black hair, that's camouflage. You can hide out amongst goths, and they'll never find you.
A second ago, we were looking over that.
Right. We're also all the way back there, but that's why I feel like.
In Puntas Arenas, we got to see something interesting. The reason that the sunset mattered was because of the laws of perspective.
So why could they not see the sun in Punta Arenas, which is north of Antarctica, but yet you could see the sun in Antarctica? Why is that, man? They were closer to the sun, but yet it got dark. They were closer to where the sun goes, but it got dark. But yet, somebody all the way across the fucking desk could see the sun. Why is that, man?
They were around, it might be 53 negative south latitude.
Hey, Kiros.
But they're going to be going to Union Glacier. That's at negative 80. So they have a really long way to travel to get to where they're going to go. But they're looking at the sun in that direction right now. It's set, it would be in the southeast and rose in the southwest. I hope I'm not mixing it up. But
now, one other thing that really doesn't freak me out, it just kind of makes me giggle, is when they were in Antarctica, they could look south and see north. They could be, when they were facing south, facing that mountain, they were looking both south and north at the same time.
But they looked at it set here, and they looked at it rise over there.
Maybe not there, but if they were closer to the South Pole, they would be looking due south and due north at the exact same time.
So you understand what that means.
That's awesome.
You could see it in their heads that they could start to tell that it will be doing circles over them. And we didn't get that confirmation until their first live stream in Antarctica. But right there, already in Chile, we could see that the predictions set forth by the firmament trackers model were already coming true.
Here's the ALE plane.
I tell you, I would have gone down there with fucking electric underwear.
We're going to fly on the 757 all the way to Antarctica. And we got a cold go here.
Wait a second. Didn't Jared in the first part of this video comment on the planes that they have no windows? So you don't know where they're taking you? Huh. Look what they're getting on board.
The sun is shining, he's alone, raging into his iPhone, screaming at the top of his lungs as a 24-hour sun. Oh, how he laughed in this flat land at such a comical sight. To see the two in the glowhead blue spewing out his shite. Shouts, hey! Where's the constantly?
Can you see us? Give me a 5x.
So basically, this guy, see this hoodie? I want this fucking hoodie. If anybody's not blocked on Jaren's, the next time he goes live, ask him where he got that hoodie. What brand name it is. Just take a screenshot of the fucking tag and post it.
On the sound, if I buy on a...
Hey, Stanley.
You do behind us here? Oh, hi. Oh, let's turn this way.
Hey, next bro.
Orientation is locked. Why? It's making me do it this way. Oh, so that means the thumbnail probably sucked.
It's locked because you didn't do it in the first place. See, when you go live, right? Let me show you. See, when you're on YouTube, and I click the thing, and I go live, it gives me a choice to go this way or this way. See? It's got a little button down here, orientation. Can't see that. But right there, it's got a button that says orientation. You just have to click that, and it changes it to horizontal. How about that?
Hopefully I can see chat. Can you guys hear me? Somebody give me a 5x. I don't hear any. There's no even recollection. Nobody even acknowledging that we're live. Yeah, we got it. 5x. Sweet.
You got it?
Duffy, you got anything to say to these fine people? Thank you, by the way, for bringing us out here to this.
We made it. We're here.
Tell them about the flight.
Number one tracked flight on Flight Radar 24.
That's pretty dope.
Amazing, amazing.
So more on this. He asks 2 questions. Where is the opposite force hitting the rocket? And how much force are we talking about? Well, first off, research the Saturn V. I'm not your mommy. Secondly, the exhaust from the rocket. Are you mentally challenged? I already said what the force was. Jesus fucking Christ. This guy's dumb as shit. This guy's dumber than fucking Austin here.
Pretty dope. It's not cold at all. Look, everyone's barehanded.
Armor of God 2. Amazon Studios. Really? Huh. So, no, it wasn't. Does this look like Amazon Studios? Dumb shit. You think you can fly a plane into an Amazon Studio set? Dipshit. Vapegate. Oh no. Someone vaping or not proves the shape of the earth, doesn't it? Green screen glitches? No green screen glitches. What are you fucking talking about? You talking about where he accidentally left the green screen on his laptop? That's not a glitch, stupid. Wake up, sheeple. Oh my god, what a pathetic fuck.
Shirtless.
No gloves, no hat.
No gloves, no hat. Look at Liz.
These polar boots are also getting a little hot too.
They are getting a little
They're getting a little toasty.
God damn.
You guys said I was crazy. So I wanted
No, these are two different people. I've seen Armor of God too, and saw him in the chat last night.
to do a polar plunge.
I'm clearly Californian as I'm still wearing these gloves.
In somebody else's chat, not this one. Oh, it's completely desperate, man. Yeah, 24-hour sun in Antarctica proof flat Earth, but you can't go, so there. Oh wait, you can go to Antarctica, but you can't roam freely. You can't explore freely. Well, okay, you can explore freely. But, well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It proves flat Earth anyway. What a bunch of fucking idiots.
Yeah, for sure.
Totally doable to do a polar.
Can't we just do polar like snow angels?
Yeah.
So there's your sun, and that is no, I don't see the sun.
Not just Dubay, Flat Earth Banjo. No, Flat Earth Banjo doesn't have any good videos, man. None. Eric Dubay doesn't have any good videos. They're all lies. They're all debunked. They're all demonstrably wrong. And you're a fucking gullible fucking idiot for believing them.
Hello, where are you, son?
That's north-ish.
Yeah, that's north-ish. So I'll show you where the north marker is.
Hibbler! Oh my god. Oh my god, you're a gullible fuck.
See this triangle over there?
Hey, Flat Earth Banjo. Yes, look, I don't know science, so look, they're going to go down to the Santes. Yes. Oh, he's a good scientist, man.
Where's
It's a little mountain, right?
the Triangle Mountain?
Yeah.
No curvature, period. Yes, there is. It's been measured spherical for over 2,000 years, you dumb fuck. It's never been measured as flat by any flat earther. Huh, isn't that weird?
Yeah.
That one is north.
Right
so that's
there.
south right there.
Triangle right there is north.
Watch the three no, I will not watch those. I've watched parts of them and they're just fucking hilarious. But no, it's just horse shit, man. Wake the fuck up. The earth isn't flat. We've measured it.
So the sun's there.
We got fucking photos from space, you stupid son of a bitch. You dumb motherfucker. Holy shit, talk about a gullible fuck.
I've already watched it. It definitely is tracking the opposite direction. It's moving this direction. And it's supposedly going to go behind this mountain here, if you can see it, which, I mean, this is crazy. I know you can't see it good on the screen. That mountain looks like it's right there. I think you can just touch it. They say it's like a few miles away.
See, let's go to Armor of God's channel and see if there's, and check out all his compelling evidence that he has for flat Earth. Oh, none. And he's been on since 2018. He got no evidence. Got nothing, man. Fucking nothing.
They say that the
See, you're dumb, but you think you're smarter than smart people.
let me show you see if you can see the glacier. You see the glacier behind that sign.
No, the horizon never rises to your eye level. Never, ever, fuckwit, ever. It's impossible for it to do that.
So the glacier that's right behind the sign right there is 10 miles.
Yeah, don't let the door hit you on the ass, motherfucker. You're a clown. You're a fuckwit. And you've got fucking nothing. You've got fucking nothing except a gullible fucking mind. It's all you have, man.
Miles away. It looks as clear as could be right there. You can see it. So what we did is we flew in and we ducked into these. See that brown? It's hard to see in here. It's so bright. If you take your glasses off for a second, holy smoke, that's too bright. We flew in and then the plane kind of tucks in there and then they drove us by vehicle here. That's like the medics, doctor's office. That's the red flags. If you go past those, they say you'll get hit by a plane, so don't go past the red flags. There's two smaller planes. There's the larger military plane. Can you zoom in? So not too bad. And these are the tents. Let's give you a little rundown where we're at. And look at the whole place is empty. It's just us. There's 10 people on the flight. Well, plus the stewardesses or whatever. Sorry, that's not the right name anymore. Steward people. Is that what you call them? Steward people? So that's the gift shop. That's the presentation tent. I don't know. I haven't been in there yet. This is the bathrooms where you can do your solids and your liquids. These are the tents that we'll be staying in here. See those? Clam City, I think they said it's called. I don't know. They have some weird stuff going on here. Mark, I'm live, just you know. Yeah. Oh, I think you're on live. I was getting on. Everything.
And just to show you how serious everybody takes him, he's got no subscribers. 0.
Camstone owns everything.
Well, no, that's
don't tell her husband that, but that's right. That'd be a little bit director producer. That mountain behind me is ridiculously. Did he say all that was? Yeah. John didn't figure it out.
I mean, his mommy didn't even subscribe to his channel. His mom even knows that he's a lying sack of shit.
That's crazy. Insane. The sun is a lot higher than I expected. I don't know if somebody can look up what they expect the height of the sun. Is my head blocking it, or am I just not seeing this reflection? When I put it in the sun, obviously I can't see shit. Jeez. Is it above my head? That's behind my head. All right, there you go.
Him so wokey. Yeah. Yeah, he has that special knowledge that comes with being woke.
It's like Jesus being born under the star name. Another skidoo. It's like a whole little city they got here. I mean, if you look over this way, I'll show you this. You're still live, we're good. 11:26 either. Only, come on, share this live stream. Has there ever been anybody go live from Antarctica before? Let's go with the story. Oh yeah, Jared was the first one ever to go live. Never was anything before him. So that's the tent land. We're told not to go in there. Where's that?
Is that a Nike hoodie?
No, this is the people. Look at, there's 10 of us here, so we got all these tents, and there's only 10 people here. Everybody else left. We when we landed, they picked up some group that was doing a marathon here, ice marathon. I'll show you the wall that they made of the ice. But everybody we asked so far, we asked these employees, were like, so what time's the sunset? They're like, what? What time's the sunset? They're like, the sun just goes around, bro. The sun just circles.
Is that it?
Like, yeah, but what time does it set over there? They're like, no, it doesn't do that. So, and they want to have a meeting with us to talk to us about it, because they can't believe that anybody would ever believe that the sun sets. Here's your Antarctic ice. Can you read that? This is Antarctic ice. Oh, wait, can I flip this camera? Sweet. That's even better. So there we go. Antarctic ice marathon. We're going to do something, though, as soon as we get permission, which maybe we won't need permission. We're going to say Antarctic ice. We're going to turn that M upside down, keep the A, turn that into an L, move that T over, turn it upside down, move it into an L, and throw the rest of the ice away. So it says Antarctic Ice Wall 2024. We'll be doing that as soon as they tell us we can. Here's the Union Glacier sign. Here's some location. Hey, did you get the height of that mountain? I don't know the height, 14,000 feet. What? 2 miles. 2 miles away. Yeah, believe me, we know exactly where we're at. There's no question about it. We've tracked it on several different compasses. We left Punta Arenas 4.5 hours later. We flew south the entire time. A little bit southeast. 4,000? That's 4,000 feet. We're at 2,000 feet. So we landed, like I said, so we flew in. If you can see that black mountain, a little better view. You can't see it. That black mountain there. So you fly in between those mountains, and then they took us in a car, or a little, whatever it's called, a little tractor. And we came down this way, and yeah, then they gave us a walkthrough of what goes on here, where we're not allowed to go, which is basically stay away from anything red. Seems legit so far. I mean, the red is where planes land, so you probably don't want to go there. But we're allowed to go anywhere over that way. That way. We can play volleyball, I guess. You can't believe it, there's a volleyball net over there. Sounds like it's real good for your hands. Oh, excuse me. Those are the showers there.
Yeah, I could try that.
The blue boxes at the end there. And that's pretty much all that's here. Pretty much, yeah, I guess they have some bikes. We're supposed to, there's some 10, where's the bike path? I saw it when we were coming in, but yeah, they got like a 10K loop for bikes. That, yeah, it's like a super thick black tire bike. Yeah, I think so. So the only part of a full day, or for 5 full days, I wanted to do a time lapse of all 5 days. If that
And he called this an echo chamber. You left on your own accord, man. If this was an echo chamber, you would have been kicked out. So you can fuck off.
was possible, but nope. I sent you a link. Yeah, no, not like that. Because well, we're not going to go very far here.
That's fine.
Want to say hello to everybody? We've got how many people watching?
Same as
What?
the stream.
1162. I think we should be higher than that week.
I bet you $100 I'm blocked on Hibbler's channel. That's an echo chamber, right? One of your heroes. He runs an echo chamber. Vika Dravix or Dravitz, what Drakovitz, Dracula or whatever his fucking name is. That's an echo chamber. I'm blocked on his channel as well. So you want to talk about an echo chamber, you go back and tell your fucking flurf daddies to unblock people. Okay?
Did you see the curve on your way there? No. You can actually go to t.me.
I can't get a clear picture of it though.
/Jerants, Jerants, and you'll see pictures of what we saw when we flew in. It was just ice. What do you call those? Ice floes in the ocean.
And the horizon just rise up to your eye.
Would you turn your phone to video and landscape mode, please? No, it won't let me. I wish I turned this.
And he still says the horizon rises to your eye.
It says orientation is locked. Rotate device back. Yeah, I don't know what happened.
First live stream in Antarctica was special for several reasons. To even have the ability to stream live in 1080p from Antarctica is insane. That is such an accomplishment, and I was shocked when I first saw it. Secondly, we got to see that the sun was indeed right up above them, and we could see that it matches, I think it was west. The sun was...
Right, yes. West, yeah, south, east, north. Yeah, they saw it in all four directions, man. Something that is physically impossible on a flat earth.
Was facing this way in their live stream. That matches everything that we set forth in our predictions. We could then extrapolate that out farther to know that our model was confirmed. We didn't need 24-hour footage at that.
No, your model isn't confirmed, liar. This is your model. It's not confirmed. See, you have to add a bunch of shit to it to get it to work, like impossible physics. The path of light that doesn't work in reality like you think it does. So you had to add all this shit. You know, if I take a pile of shit and I add a bunch of fucking Cool Whip to it and a bunch of frosting and shove fruit in it, I've made a cake. Would you eat it?
That point to have the confirmation. So I went right ahead and started posting everything. I got really excited. We made sure that everyone knew what happened, and it was absolutely fascinating.
All right, guys. Sometimes.
You know, if I took pea and then froze it and made sherbet out of it, would you eat it? I've made a frozen treat, but would you eat it?
You are wrong in life. And I thought that there was no 24-hour sun. In fact, I was pretty sure of it. But I respect Will Duffy for being a stand-up guy, at least in the way that he kept saying it was true. I kept saying it wasn't. He said, you want to go, I'll take you. And he brought me here, and it's a fact. The sun does circle you in the south.
So, I mean, I was one of the people that said I definitely didn't think that there was a 24-hour sun. We obviously haven't actually seen the sun for 24 hours, but it is doing what they said it would do. Quick teaser, I've seen a physical demonstration that could show this working.
Right. And you know why we said it would do this, Austin? Do you know why we said it? Do you know why it does what we said it would do? It has something to do with the shape of the earth, dummy.
But I do think that some of the data we're going to have from the trip
Hey, Ice Cube.
may help to clarify if that is actually what's happening. But anyway, long story short, they kind of covered the trip. It's like incredible and beautiful. And when you fly into here, it's just like words can't even describe it.
Neptune. Is that the real Neptune?
Hello. I'm in Antarctica. How you doing?
Hey, dude.
The sun did not set 24 hours. What are you guys up to?
24 hours now.
Yep. Did not set.
24 hours.
It did not set for 24 hours.
So you've been up for 24 hours straight. Wow.
I have.
Yeah, Dave McKeon or McKeegan was up for over 48 hours. So he was up for like 36 or over 48.
Okay, thank you all for joining in with this. We're around.
I mean, this is how sad this is. He's got a 5-minute intermission break in the middle of a 45-minute video because he knows that flat earthers have the attention span of a fucking rodent, of a goldfish. So he has to let him go pee after 20 minutes.
Getting back
Jesus.
up. So if you're
Or after 40 minutes.
joining the live 54.
You did not get turned away at gunpoint. You lied, Nathan. You absolutely do. I have screenshots of you from Facebook where you lied and said that I would get turned away at gunpoint. Nathan, you lied. You lied, Nathan. Nathan, you are changing the topic, Nathan. I am walking around outside in Antarctica right now. I've got 10 people here with me. I'm looking at the mountains. I'm looking at Mount Rothman right now. South of me, where the sun went overnight last night. Listen to me, Nathan. You said the sun said that if people tried to go to Antarctica, they would get turned away at gunpoint. I proved that you lied, Nathan. All of your gullible idiot followers should be real.
You've already watched this live, so I'm already done. At the end, you'll be convinced that the earth is flat. Okay. Want to place money on that?
Right now that you are an idiot or you are a liar. You said you would get turned away at gunpoint. I did not get turned away at gunpoint. You lied, Nathan. I will perpetually call you a liar because I proved it, Nathan. I'm standing here in Antarctica looking at Mount Rothman. I'm walking around between the 10 cameras we have running. These 10 cameras are recording me. Humiliating you, Nathan. You are humiliated. You cannot address the topic. You are constantly deflecting from the topic. You are constantly over talking to me with your life partner, the mute button. You disgusting piece of garbage. You are nothing but a lying scum. I'm walking in and amongst these cameras that are recording me, showing that you are a liar, Nathan. You are a filthy, lying scum. Your fans, your followers are idiots if they don't immediately leave you, if they don't immediately demand that you stop lying. You stop now, Nathan. You are an absolute liar. Your entire life is dedicated to a lie. You are a useless human being. You do not belong here on the internet. You do not belong. Get off the internet. Stop putting your lies out there. You're running from the topic, Nathan. All of these cameras are recording me. Here, I'm standing here next to Jaren's camera. It's watching me tell you that you're lying. Don't change the topic. The topic is Antarctica. The topic is Antarctica. The topic is Antarctica. Antarctica. Run from the topic. Run from the topic. Nathan cannot address the topic of Antarctica. He's a liar.
So aside from that just being funny on its own, it actually shows us something really important. That was recorded live as well in high def.
That flat earthers are lying scumbags.
From other cameras. And it was done on Nathan's Discord live stream. So for that to have been pre-recorded ahead of time would have meant that Nathan Oakley would have to have been in on this all as well. So it really makes more and more and more evidence that beyond a reasonable doubt is hard to confront. We can be pretty sure that this was now done live. We know that this was not recorded ahead of time, and that was really good to know. We know now that wherever they are, they're all really there right now in real time. Dave McKeegan's footage was what sealed the deal on everything. That was the 24-hour time lapse showing what the sun was doing. Everything to the detail.
This guy's got to be a fucking Poe. This guy has to be a fucking Poe. He's a fucking Poe grifter, selling a bullshit fucking university and shirts and blankets. And, oh my God.
Details that the flat earth model predicted. From the lowest angle of elevation when the sun was here, it's around 13, 14 degrees in elevation, to about, I think it was 28, maybe 32 from the top of my head when it was facing north. And we got to see how it went up and down and exactly what the flat earth model predicted.
No, the flat earth model doesn't predict it, dipshit. Your bullshit made up fucking math does. But you stole that from Walter Bislin, and Walter Bislin created it using impossible physics. So, yeah. So basically, if models were people, you copied from the worst kid in class, man.
Dave McKeegan's footage is a testament to the accuracy of the Firmament Tracker's flat earth model.
Now that all of Stephen Alonso's predictions came true, and all of his flat earth science validated.
No, his predictions didn't come true. Good God, man.
It was time to publicly address the community, who was anticipating his public live stream, to make sure that all of the senior flat earth researchers and decision makers were on the same page moving forward in 2025.
Senior flat earthers and researchers. Oh my God, dude.
With the flat earth science of
you are deluded.
Dome refraction.
That camera, every time I see that, it's like, he's like an usher, right? It's like following the sun around, and then you walk up there and he's like, oh, no, you go ahead. Watch. Welcome to the club. Go right ahead. Jesus, it's fucking annoying me. And he couldn't even use non-copyright free music for this shit. He couldn't even come up with original music for this. He's using YouTube fucking free, copyright free shit. I mean, at least it's better than Flatzoids. So he thinks this is real life. He thinks this could actually exist in reality. Well, I've drawn it in a computer. It must match. It must be real. So, dude, you're standing here, but you can't see this, but you can see the reflection of it. How does that work, man? How do you have to look further? See, you're here, and you have to look this far and then this far to see the sun, but you can't see it only looking this far. How does that work? How does perspective work, and how does light work on a flat Earth? Serious, man. And it's going through this personal dome here. Why don't you see it on this part of the dome where it enters? You're only seeing on the back side of it? That makes no fucking sense. And to be able to be reflected like that, to where you can burn shit with it, it would have to be highly reflective. How does that fucking work, man? How is it reflective, but we don't see a reflection of anything else? We don't see a reflection of the North Star of Polaris, do we? No, we don't. We don't see a reflection of Polaris or the Big Dipper or the Little Dipper. We don't see those things in the dome when we're in Antarctica, do we? But you can see the sun that's way fucking further? How does that work, man?
Winner is a Steven Alonso. Now, what's fascinating about this is that his numbers also were very, very close to the globe. We have well over 100 terabytes of information already. Obviously, a lot of that is high-definition video and pictures, but we brought hard drives on top of hard drives on top of hard drives just to make sure we could collect all of the data that we were going to be obtaining as part of the final experiment. David Henry. Now, David Henry told me that he used stellarium to get his answer, which, again, is completely fine. You can use stellarium.
You better not be fucking... You motherfucker.
But I responded to him and let him know that stellarium is a globe app. And so I was curious why he was making a submission that completely and perfectly matched the globe if he was a flat earther. He responded by asking me what we saw while we were in Punta Arenas. And
better
I
not
tell him,
be
I just
fucking...
said, are you willing to admit that you're submitting a globe answer as a flat earther? And he was unwilling to do so. But I responded to him and let him know that stellarium is a globe Steven Alonso. So I was curious why he was making a submission to rise in the southeast and set in the southwest. And he gave pretty accurate times. Once again, his answers aligned with while we were in Punta Arenas. Steven Alonso.
Better not be fucking...
seeing his stuff that he ascribes to the AE map. But anyway, the winner for the flat earth side is none other than Steven Alonso. And so what the TFE challenge number 3 was, which was the most difficult, was we asked people to calculate for us the distance between lines of longitude, the distance between these meridians at 53 degrees south, which is where Punta Arenas, Chile is. And so we received tons of entries again that cover 4 continents, and they were all globe entries except for one flat earther, and I'm guessing you know who that is. Yes, Steven Alonso. So, Steven Alonso, you are the winner again. You get the trifecta. You won all 3 TFE challenges.
You're a winner. Oh, you're a winner. Awesome. Your dad always said you're a loser. You showed him.
The idea to develop the firmament trackers came to me when I met a group of people. They just wanted an app for how we kind of thought the world would look like, and I thought that was a great idea. I thought it would be fun as well. My background is in enterprise software development, so that is more business-to-business software. People are using it is extremely rewarding. That's why I wanted to make sure that we had a free app, so that no matter...
So, enterprise business software, that's your forte? Okay.
What, everyone could get one. And then I ended up seeing that we had a 6.5% conversion rate. What that means is that for every 100 people who get the free app, there's going to be at least 6 people who purchase the pro. So that's really impressive considering our app costs $12. It's not
$12. His app costs $12 fucking dollars. Holy shit, man. It must be really worth a lot. So, he saw Flat Earth. He did have a job. He said, how can I make easy money? And he noticed that Flat Earthers are gullible as fuck, and they spend a lot of money in super chats and on Flat Earth merchandise. And the rest is history. It's a grift. He's a con man.
Not just one of those cheap dollar apps. So it really shows the value in what I developed. And to me, that is really nice because it's just so much of an impact it's made. Stephen Alonso has introduced a groundbreaking app, the Firmament.
Wait, who are you talking about? Who are you that's talking? Who are you that's talking about Steve Alonso?
Tracker's flat Earth model, which has rapidly gained popularity.
So he's talking about himself
Within the flat Earth community after predicting
my
the 24-hour
God.
sun in Antarctica. Influential voices such as Flat Earth Dave, Mark Sargent, Patricia.
So you couldn't get a computer voice to say this? You know that it's ridiculous for you to be describing yourself like this, don't you? Like you're somebody else?
Steer and Keith Cameron have taken notice and praised this innovative approach. Patricia Steer aptly describes it as the same but different, highlighting how Alonso's work complements rather than contradicts existing flat Earth models. Alonso emphasizes that his app builds on the foundational work laid by pioneers like Mark.
So his the people complimenting him are liars just like him, other flat earthers. No people of science, right? Just other flat earthers.
Sargent and David Weiss. For example, David Weiss's Flat Earth Clock app accurately illustrates the movement of the sun's solar zenith.
But it doesn't accurately show the Earth. See, the flat Earth map is a projection of the globe. It would not exist if the Earth wasn't a globe.
Across longitude and latitudes, a principle that remains fully intact in Alonso's model. However, the Firmament Tracker's Flat Earth app goes beyond introductory concepts, offering advanced 3D modeling tools to explore phenomena such as the 24-hour sun in Antarctica.
Advanced 3D modeling tools.
David's app is an excellent introduction to flat Earth cosmology, serving as both an introductional tool and a social media platform, Alonso explains. My app, on the other hand, is a research tool for those ready to dive into the more complex aspects of flat Earth science. Both apps serve different purposes and complement one another perfectly. To frame this evolution in scientific terms, Alonso likens the relationship between his work and that of Sargent and Weiss to the transition from Newtonian mechanics to Einstein's theory of relativity. Newton wasn't wrong. His work laid the foundation for everything Einstein later developed, Alonso explains. Similarly, Mark and David's contributions remain valid and essential. My app simply...
Wait, what?
Terms, Alonso likens the relationship between his work and that of Sargent and Weiss to the transition from Newtonian mechanics to Einstein's theory of relativity. Newton wasn't wrong. His work laid the foundation for everything Einstein later developed, Alonso explains.
Alonso explains. This has nothing to do with Einstein's theory of relativity. Nothing at all.
Similarly, Mark and David's contributions remain valid and essential. My
All right, thank you, Stephen.
app simply opens the doors for deeper
Appreciate
exploration. The Firmament Tracker's Flat Earth app is available in a free version, ensuring accessibility for those who wish to explore its advanced features without financial barriers. However, Alonso advises that the app is best suited for users with a foundational understanding of the flat Earth sciences. If you're new to Flat Earth, I'd recommend starting with David Weiss's app. It's the perfect entry point. In summary, Alonso's work doesn't disprove earlier Flat Earth models, but builds upon them, validating and extending their principles. By advancing the field...
No, Belize is not a non-extradition country. In 2000, the United States and Belize signed an extradition treaty. The treaty is considered evidence in all U.S. courts and doesn't require additional proof or authentication. Belize's extradition law doesn't make an exception for Belizean nationals. Ooh, that's interesting. The director or public prosecutions, the director of public prosecutions can apply to the Supreme Court for a warrant of arrest if they believe a charge shouldn't have been dismissed. The Supreme Court can make orders to carry out the provisions of the treaty and extradition acts.
The Firmament Tracker's Flat Earth model represents an exciting new chapter in Flat Earth science.
Flat Earth community has long had models that explain a 24-hour sun in Antarctica, including Lady Blunt and Albert Smith's model in their 19th century book, Zetetic Astronomy. More recently, Joseph Henvey has also done excellent work constructing a demonstration using lights projected off a dome firmament.
Why are you getting Dubé? He said a 24-hour sun is impossible on a flat Earth. That's what Eric Dubé said, man. Why are you citing him? Why are you quoting him on anything?
Showing exactly how an Antarctic 24-hour sun works on flat Earth. Using a two-way mirror to demonstrate...
No, he doesn't show how it works at all.
a superfluid ceiling inside a dome over a flat Earth map. A flashlight is shined down to represent the sun moving over and around the Earth. As the sun circles its way from the Tropic of Cancer to the equator and outwards beyond, there is only one spotlight appearing in the sky. But as the flashlight widens its circuit outwards towards the Tropic of Capricorn, suddenly a second apparent projected sun appears and begins circling the opposite direction over and around Antarctica. Not only this, but since the projection is...
No, see, he's moving the thing that direction. He's moving the light that direction. It's not moving in an opposite direction, dipshit.
Only apparent, it is based on the position of the observer. So as the camera moves 360 degrees around the outer circumference of the model, the 24-hour sun still circles overhead, regardless of where in Antarctica the observer is located. Since we cannot see the entire expanse of the planetarium sky above us, our eyes create an apparent sky dome, as shown here. Each person has their own unique sky dome perspective based on where and when they are observing from. We know this to be true from the fact that 3 people in 3 different locations will observe the same sun appearing differently.
You know why they can see the sun from those 3 locations? Because it's not flat, dipshit. So why is the shape like this? Why is the light shaped like this? Huh? You think a sun can do that?
One will see the sun rising, another will see the sun setting, and another between them will see the sun at its apex overhead, proving that everyone sees their own personal perspective of the sun's current location, and not its actual location. This is also why all the stars in the celestial sphere move the same direction around us east to west, but depending on where the observer is located and what direction they're facing, a second circle of stars will appear moving around the other way. We can see Polaris, Ursa Major and Minor, and other northern constellations.
See, you're seeing the... Jesus Christ. Holy shit.
From every point north of the equator simultaneously, but conversely, cannot see the so-called South Pole star, Sigma Octantis, the Southern Cross.
Yeah, why is that? You can see all the other stars, but of course, none of the other stars match. Right? None of the other constellations match, even in reverse. And you can't see the pole star, right? So how is that a reflection?
Or other outer constellations simultaneously from every point south of the equator, because they all sweep over a great southern arc from their rise in the evening to their setting in the morning.
Great southern arc. See, that's the anti-arc.
All of this just goes to show that regardless of what the sun, moon, and stars look like or what they're doing over our heads, has no bearing on what the Earth looks like or what it's doing under our feet.
Stephen then met with the senior flight.
You know, it's funny. They keep saying that, see, he's not afraid to go on shows, right? Even be on camera. So there's no reason why he shouldn't debate, right? And if it's a matter of, like, channel size versus channel size, I've got, what, 300, less than 300 subscribers. He only has a little over 1,000. So it's not like he's some big name, right? Who can't bother himself with small fry like me. Right?
Flat Earth researchers to announce the findings and making sure we are all on the same page with the Flat Earth.
See, why didn't you get that guy to do the last part, man? Jesus. Holy shit.
Science of dome refraction.
We'll catch you back.
Yeah, so
the science of dome refraction. Let's see. The science of dome refraction. Dome refraction refers to the bending of light rays as they pass through a curved, transparent surface like a dome, causing distortion in the image captured by a camera or sensor positioned beneath it or behind it, primarily occurring when transitioning between mediums with different refractive indices, like from water to air in underwater photography. The curved shape of the dome helps minimize the distortion compared to the flat window by gradually bending the light rays as they enter the new medium. Light rays enter the dome. When light rays from an object underwater enter a dome at a different angle, they're bent as they pass through the curved surface to the change in refractive index. If the camera lens is not perfectly positioned at the center of the dome, the refracted light rays can create distortion in the captured image, causing objects to appear slightly displaced or curved at the edges. So, yeah.
That was wonderful. I agree with almost everything Dave says, except I believe it was actually true. I believe what they ended up seeing was exactly what the flat Earth model we would expect to see, just based on how perspective works for those of us in the Northern Hemisphere. We know.
No, perspective doesn't work like that, man.
What I call the law of perspective, and we can extrapolate that out to the.
See, perspective on a flat Earth wouldn't let you not see the sun. You would always see the sun on a flat Earth. Always, everywhere. It would never be dark.
Southern locations, and a lot of people such as myself, when I did the math, I figured that we're going to definitely be seeing a 24-hour sun. I didn't know how, but I was able to model out visually the point A from.
What is this guy fucking wearing? What kind of hat is that? It's like a hat with a sticker on it. Like some kind of fucking flat Earth weird ass sticker.
Point B to light, and I put the sun on a dome because I believe.
And it's not even sticking down all the way. It's kind of poofed out on one corner because a flat sticker won't wrap around a curved surface very well. How about that? Isn't that weird?
Refraction allows us to experience that. And this was before I even met Joe, and I put the sun on a dome sun. I didn't know how, but I was able to model out visually the point A from point B to light. And
yeah, see how it's like folded here? Because a flat sticker won't wrap around a curved surface. So, yeah, that's very apropos. Very apropos.
And I put the sun on a dome because I believe refraction allows us to experience that. And this was before I even met Joe and knew Joe well, but Joe ended up creating a physical mechanism for what I would say I mathematically proved. And also what Dave was saying before too, the models all complement each other.
Fucking birth control hat.
Dave's app is not wrong. And I'm going to go into that later. If it was wrong, we'd be having a really awkward conversation. But so far, everything that everyone's been saying lines up. I know that what Dave is saying is true because it matches my app. And likewise, that's how we come to a cohesive model. So I'm going to share my screen. Let me know if you can't hear the audio.
In the Army, they have what are called BCGs.
But Eric Dubé is even behind Joe's model now. So it's really, really nice to see that all the
Westside will know what BCGs are.
Senior leaders in Flat Earth are behind moving forward with Flat Earth science. We don't need to deny the 24-hour sun. We don't need to deny that they're in a studio. And I think a lot of people are just out of fear because for a lot of our worldviews, we've always believed that it's not possible to go to Antarctica and there's no 24-hour sun because we just never been there to get the proper footage. So if you're going to deny it out of fear that it disproves Flat Earth, please don't. But if you genuinely believe it was faked in a green screen and those are your reasons for denouncing it, then absolutely. I can only tell you how to think. I never want to tell someone what to think.
Despite the overwhelming evidence, many people claimed their trip was fake. Some said the shadows were wrong. Some said the background was wrong. However, we see footage from 3 years ago at the same place and same time. This is from December 4th, 2021, during the total solar eclipse.
And it's funny, no real scientists have ever discovered this dome. Steve's like the first one. Isn't that weird? That no other scientist, no other optics scientist, no other or optics engineer, no other lens engineer, nobody, none of them have never even heard of this shit. Huh? That's weird.
This group had nothing to do with the final experiment.
But yet, everything we see, everything that happened here is congruent to a spherical Earth.
Everything in this footage matches up with the new 2024 footage from the final experiment. There are even 2 different 360-degree 4K resolution videos shot from different people. This is amazing data to have as it allows to use to analyze everything in detail to confirm the validity of the final experiment's footage. For them to have faked the 2024 footage, it should have meant that all these people from 2021 would have also been in on it. Add on to that the simple fact that anyone who has the money can go to this exact spot anytime they want. Will Duffy got permission to take his drone higher than anyone has ever gone before. Here is the exclusive view that has never been seen before.
Yes, the Earth would overheat, but yet it's cold way up there. If the Earth was in a fucking dome, and all the heat that's produced would be at the top. It would be extremely humid. It would be hot as hell on Mount Everest, but we don't see that. Oh, and Wolfie6020 has confirmed or told me that the model of DJI drone they were using does have that beep 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 is a proximity sensor. So says it has 5 different sensors on it or something like that. I'd love to have one of those. I would really like to have one. But they are fucking way too expensive. I mean, if I was going to have the money to buy a DJI drone, it would also be with the 4K FPV set headset and the camera. And you're talking about $3,000 for the entire package. Yeah, this is FPV. This is streaming. This is real time. Streamed in real time. This is 4K streamed video. With no glitching, no static. And I want one so bad. I mean, that would be a content booster. That'd be a big time content booster. I live on the coast, man. And unlike fucking Ranty, I'd actually use it. Yes, this is the drone footage. I think they said he was allowed to go up to 5,000 feet. And if he even wanted to go up higher, he could have, if he wanted to go up higher, he could stand on top of one of these mountains. And because the height starts from where you are. So if I'm on a 1,500 foot building, you're only allowed to go up 1,500 feet normally. I think it's 1,500 feet or 400 feet or something like that. So if I'm on a 1,500 foot building, I could still go up 400 feet. Hey, Martin.
MC Toon provided us with a 24-hour sundial time-lapse. This sundial was pointed up 80 degrees from the horizon, exactly what was predicted by the Firmament Tracker's Flat Earth model and the Flat Earth science of Dr. Stephen Alonso.
The Flat Earth Science by Dr. Stephen Alonso. So where'd you get your doctorate from, dipshit? Tracing circles through the eternal. Do they give out doctorates for enterprise software design.
Under the sun that never falls, the silent keeper of time recalls. The sky is blue, the wind whispers near, a soft fleeting voice only time can hear. Each passing hour, a fleeting trace, etched in the snow in an endless place. Round and round, the shadow.
Okay.
Live stream here from
All right.
Antarctica. I'm live in
Hey, everyone.
right
we are live
This,
once
we've got
again from Antarctica.
Here, we have 3 live streams from different people synced together. The first is titled, There Are No Green Screens in Antarctica, by The Final Experiment, Will Duffy. Start time, 2:50 p.m. local, 1750 UTC. The second is titled, Showing Experiments in Antarctica, by Conspiracy Tunes, MT Tune. Start time, 2:50 p.m. local, 1750 UTC. The third is titled, Behind the Scenes, by Mark Herman, Candace Owens is director. Start time, 2:52 p.m. local, 1752 UTC.
Drone that I brought to Antarctica.
You know, the conspiracy theories
So
that
here
come
we
up
go.
with
Let me
deny reality.
go ahead and launch this here real quick for you guys.
Godwin's law, right? Look it up if you're unfamiliar with it. Here we go. It's drone. We'll go through.
Wait, Godwin's law? Isn't that the law that states that any conversation on the internet will eventually turn to calling people Nazis? Isn't that what that is? Godwin's law. Yeah. An internet adage asserting as an online discussion grows longer, the probability of comparison involving Nazis or Hitler approaches 1.
Okay, hopefully you can hear me with the drone, but I'm also going to record what the drone is videoing, which is my screen. And I'm going to go backward. So obviously, there was a green screen. This drone would not be able to fly backward toward MC Toon, who's also live streaming. Who's also filming the drone. All right, now I'm going to come right back to us. All right.
DJI has God, I want one. By now. It's not showing the... God damn it. Great. It's got the batteries, the motion controller, doesn't have the camera or the headset listed on DJI's website. Anyway.
Yeah. Oh, Rossman in the background replies by.
If you haven't noticed, the flat Earth community cannot make up their mind as to what to do with our trip to Antarctica and, most importantly, the 24-hour sun. Was it a green screen? Were we in a studio? Did we film this in the Arctic last June? Did we fake a sun? Were we in a giant sphere of LED screens? The latest theory I heard from the flat Earth community is Vapegate. This one is hilarious. People think they caught Austin Whitsitt vaping on Dave McKeegan's 24-hour time lapse, and they think Austin did this because no one could see his breath in the cold. I just love all these wild theories.
Hey everybody, I just want to talk about the video that everyone's freaking out that Will Duffy made, showing signs of using a green screen. Everyone's saying they're not in Antarctica. They're clearly in Antarctica, and it's clearly just an issue. Will Duffy is using his same phone or computer that he uses for his live streams, and that he has it set with a green screen filter on. Right now, I have my...
Well, that's not bad. You get a DJI FPV combo, which is the drone, 4K camera, and the goggles. Hey, for $698, that's not bad. That's not bad at all, really. I guess they have a new type of goggle. But yeah, that's just a dream.
I set with a green screen, but look, I don't have...
Oh, you got a new person. David John Rivington McDonough. Greetings. Glad to have you here.
my green screen on. There it is. So he has something green on his body. When he moves around, That's all that's happening. He had it on his collar. They had it in the other room. This is a green shirt. You can't see that it's green because the green screen picks it up, right?
Yeah, but Dave, that the entire trip just debunked your entire flat Earth. You said a 24-hour sun is impossible to see on a flat Earth. So you're done, dude. Your app is bullshit.
So that's it. That's all that's going on. Anyone that's made a video with that on there, take it down. Redo it. Say something else. Be intelligent. All right? That's all I got to say.
Lots of people.
Well, if you've said that the 24-hour sun proves flat Earth or debunks flat Earth, then you should take all your videos down scamming people out of money over your flat Earth app, right?
People were denying it. And our worldview for so many years, even something as simple as going to Antarctica, was something we thought was not possible. Not only that, in many flat Earth models that people have been held to for so long, the 24-hour sun just doesn't exist. So we saw that other people started trying to deny that this happened. They couldn't rationalize why, and they're taking a look at a whole bunch of silly stuff, such as the chroma key feature in one of the live streams they did. So when we saw Dave come out and tell everyone that, no, this is...
Looking at silly stuff like a fucking bullshit app that doesn't match reality? Okay.
Perfectly legit. They're definitely in Antarctica. It really helped show that Dave was going to be on the right path moving forward. He realizes that it's okay to sometimes be wrong in life and that we move forward with the progression of science. Science requires that we form a hypothesis, we take a guess. Dave took a guess, thought there was no 24-hour sun, realizes there is, and that's fine. The problem was other people who...
But he didn't apologize for lying about it. He didn't admit he's wrong. You just gave him another excuse to deny reality, dude.
Who couldn't accept that. They didn't want to admit they could be wrong. They might have even thought it debunked flat Earth. At this time, not everyone was familiar with me and Joe's work. They didn't necessarily know what dome refraction was. Some people didn't even know that we predicted this.
Dave McKeegan then released almost 26 hours of full 360 degrees. It allowed us to have a first-person view of everything that went on for the 24-hour sun, and an hour before and after. However, people did not like how there was no footprints in the snow.
Really?
However, shortly after, on December 23rd, we see a flight from Cape Town in South Africa to Wolf's Fang Runway in Antarctica. Wolf's Fang is located at 71 degrees south latitude and 8.5
That's an awesome name.
degrees west longitude. This positions it almost 90 degrees away from Union Glacier. Wolf's Fang also matches the conditions from Union Glacier. We see hard, dense ice that leaves no footprints. There hasn't been any fresh snow, and these areas are maintained so that it's safe for vehicles, people, structures.
See no footprints. What the fuck are all these things, man? Love it. How did the snow change like that? Right? How did the snow change? The texture of the snow change. There's no wind, right? There's no snow falling, but you get a different look to it. Could it be that maybe between frames, someone walked there?
And even airplanes to land on. Austin was correct that he had to walk away to get snow, as it would have hurt his hand from the cold if he tried to break up the ice underneath him.
What I did is, during my live stream, when the sun was due south in Antarctica, it was 2:37 a.m. It was shortly after that I launched Dave's app and looked at the app, and here's a screenshot of it right now. And you'll see I was in Antarctica right about here, and I saw the sun in this direction. But Flat Earth Dave's app says that the sun is over here, the exact opposite direction of where I saw it.
That's really easy to explain. So Dave's app doesn't make a claim to...
No, it's not really easy to explain. You're going to give us some bullshit.
What observers will see. It's showing you the zenith
Bullshit is not an explanation.
location, the physical location to where the sun is.
So he's basically lying to everybody like the government, like they say the government lies. That's what he's doing. Right?
So those of you who have used the Flat Earth Pro app and turned on the observer feature, you will then see that exact same sun that Dave app was showing up there. And if you put your observer down there, you'll see how your observer sees the sun. That's the difference. It's extremely simple. So MC Toon got confused. He doesn't really know how Flat Earth astronomical model.
So prove that there's these domes, man. Prove it. Prove that there's the dome. And So there isn't a dome here? See, if your personal dome was like intersecting it a certain way with the bigger dome, then you'd have like double reflections. You'd get weird artifacts. Why didn't that happen?
Work. He may have only been used to using basic globe tools. So to see the whole world zoomed out in real life, you have to remember that the sun that you're seeing circling is the physical sun. This is called the solar zenith. It has a latitude and longitude point that my app agrees with.
It's called the solar zenith. What?
I wouldn't be doing this video if our apps disagreed. So it's very important to understand that in science and math, as we add new dimensions, we enhance the previous understanding. Dave's app?
No, but if you add bullshit that doesn't match reality, you're not expanding. You're degrading. This guy's just a fucking shitbag.
Never made a claim to what observers see. As you know, it's a beginner's tool, social media network. It has a whole different purpose. Then there's dedicated apps like the Flat Earth Pro where you start to see observers being plotted. That is correct. However, they don't let you go past the ice wall, and they also only let you see it in the bird's eye view. So then now we get to the firmament trackers where we're getting multiple observers and in 3D, which is something we've never seen before. However, it matches all the previous models that have been laid before it. So there's many different levels to this. We're now at, I guess, the fourth level of understanding. I've added the fourth dimension to understanding. The first dimension would just be the basic physical location. That's what Dave's app does, and it's true. The second dimension we added is where we start getting observers. That's that Flat Earth Pro app. That's where you can put your observer down there and start seeing where the sun will be relative to its location, due to perspective, due to dome refraction. Now, the third dimension that we got was in 2017 with the Walter Bislin model. That is now the...
No, that's what you copied from, man. You copied from Walter Bislin.
Third dimension where we pulled up on this and we got to see it now in 3D, but only one observer and only for the sun, moon, and Polaris. So even though we introduced a new dimension, previous apps such as the Flat Earth Pro app, even though it was only in 2 dimensions, it was still better because it had all the planets and you could actually properly use it. The Walter Bislin was just a model designed to troll us. It was made by Glober and it wasn't correct. Then the fourth...
Then why did you copy it? Why did you copy it, man?
Dimension that we've got now in 2024 is the Firmament Trackers Flat Earth app. This is multiple observers. So it fixed what was previously done wrong in 2017 with the Walter Bislin. So now we're back into 3D, but we can have unlimited observers plotted around at once. That is something that globe models can't even do. As you know, if you use...
What?
Stellarium, there's just...
Why would you... Why would you need to plot different observers on an app that you're using? Why would that need to happen? What the fuck are you talking about?
One observer. Sky Safari, just one observer. So
yes, there's one observer at a time, man. You're an observer, and you're using the app to find out what the sun looks like where you are. Now, if you want to have multiple observers, you just change locations. Jesus fucking Christ, man.
if you take the real life flat Earth and try to wrap it around a ball, you'll never be able to do what we did with the Firmament Trackers app. That is
No, what do you mean? What the fuck are you talking about? That map came from the globe. That's an unwrapping of the globe, dipshit. It's the only way it exists. It's a projection. It even says it right up here. A projection.
That is how our dome refraction, being able to now see through this fourth dimension, allowed us to predict the 24-hour sun in Antarctica.
And the fourth dimension is time, you dumb fuck. And this dipshit, not this dipshit. He's not a dipshit. This dipshit thinks that this is a heliocentric model. Or a geocentric model. He thinks the flat Earth is a geocentric model. That's how fucking ignorant this guy is.
Our dome refraction, being able to now see through this fourth dimension, allowed us to predict the 24-hour sun in Antarctica.
Now, he might try to go and say that there's some sort of a reflection off the dome, but I can tell you that won't get you very far, Dave.
And you can see that dome refraction. That dome refraction is what we learned about last time and what we discovered in Antarctica with the final experiment for the 24-hour sun. We now know that the flat Earth model has a 24-hour sun, and it's due to the way light shines through a firmament.
No, we have a 24-hour sun in Antarctica because the other Earth is a sphere. What the fuck are you talking about?
Now be very careful. Don't let Globers strawman you and tell you it's a reflection. We've already heard that. You can listen to some of the
sort of a reflection off the dome.
Want to tell you how your flat Earth model is.
So how is it not a reflection? How is it not a reflection?
do that so they can misrepresent it. It's called a strawman logical fallacy, and if they're able to convince you of their lies and you fall for it, that's
Your entire app is a straw man.
that's what they want. Do not let globers strawman this. The light is shining through the firmament, and it works perfect.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. That shit cake I made looks like a perfect cake, doesn't it? Is it a cake? Would you eat it?
And it's really cool as we see how the closer you get to the equator, you almost align yourselves perfectly with Earth's torus field. And that's why when you're at latitude 0, which is the equator, you can look left and right to see both the north celestial pole and the south celestial pole. So some
What are you? This is taken from the equator, dipshit. This is taken from the equator.
important to also pay attention to which flat earthers you listen.
I mean, you notice these star trails aren't the same, left and right. It's not a mirror image, dummy. The fuck? This guy is completely full of shit.
To. If anyone tries to tell you there's no such thing as the South Celestial Pole, they're probably saying it to troll you for attention. Who knows? But that means their foundational knowledge.
Right. There is no such thing as a South Celestial Pole on a flat Earth. There isn't. Where is it? Where is the South Celestial Pole on a on this thing? Please explain.
Astronomy is just not there because, like, we have flat earthers in New Zealand and Australia who film the South Celestial Pole all the time. You can see star trails. For those of us who are senior flat earth researchers, stuff like that just sounds silly. And you can test it out yourself. The way perspective works is one of the ways that a lot of us knew there would have to be a 24-hour sun in Antarctica, because you can see as how you approach the 60-degree south parallel restricted zone as you get into the area where you need a
There's the 60 south parallel is not a restricted zone, you dumb fuck. Oh my god.
permit, your perspective starts to rise, and you can see how the sun, due to the dome's refraction, would be in your field of vision, just mathematically, without
how your perspective begins to rise.
even having these visual models to look at.
Holy
you can just tell
shit.
that logically that makes sense. The concept of an apparent sun traces back.
Huh. You're using stellarium. Do you know what stellarium uses as its source code? Sure isn't your fucking bullshit. It sure isn't Walter Bislin's model. It isn't that other fucking thing you talked about. You know what it uses? It uses the heliocentric maths. It uses the mathematics of a heliocentric Earth, with it tilted 24.9 degrees or whatever to the sun, to the ecliptic, and it rotates on its axis. That's how it works, dumb shit. Doesn't use your flat Earth math, doesn't use your made-up physics. It uses the heliocentric model.
Back to observer-centric astronomy.
So does Google Earth. Why do you think it's fucking round?
Even in globe apps such as Stellarium, the apparent sun is well known and not hidden. It refers to the position and movement of the sun as it appears to an observer on Earth. Accounts for atmospheric refraction, for example. The apparent sun is not the same as the physical sun.
No, it accounts for atmosphere, not atmospheric refraction. Doesn't account for that.
A very, very good example is if we increase the time, most of you know the sun's not actually setting into the ground. It's just disappearing.
Right, it's not. It's going over the curve of the Earth. That's what it's doing. On a flat Earth, you'd never not see the sun. You would always see it.
Because of perspective. That is the difference between the actual sun and the apparent sun. So if this concept confuses you, start with Stellarium, and don't forget there's a whole bunch of features here that you can play around with, such as the equatorial grid. So
if he agrees to debate, I will fucking destroy him.
if the concept of mini domes confuse you, see it first in your own model. It's important.
No, that's the Jesus fucking Christ, man. That's the celestial sphere you're looking at. That's the celestial sphere you're looking at.
To learn the globe model so that you understand these concepts, you'll find
those white lines represent the celestial sphere, not your fucking dome.
And that people who believe in the globe don't even know these concepts. So that's why it gets confused the first time that you're introduced to a real astronomical model, such as a flat Earth model, and you can see multiple observers.
It's not an astronomical model, dummy. Your app is bullshit.
So it's like it's this exact same observer-centric grid, except it's now zoomed out. But Stellarium and Globe apps don't let you do that. All I'm trying to show you is that the apparent sun and these little domes are something that exist in both Flat Earth and Globe apps. As a matter of fact, every astronomical system would have to account for this. It's how perspective works.
You don't know how perspective works, man. If you knew how perspective works, you wouldn't be a flat earther. If you knew anything about science, you wouldn't be a flat earther.
Leading up to the trip, where the constant promotion of that trip was, well, this can only happen on a globe, and we're going to go prove the flat earth wrong. But here you are, a proponent of flat earth for many years, also a biblical believer, which I could be wrong, but I believe the majority understanding from a flat earth perspective, the majority of people that
And this is a scumbag here. Fucking snake. He's a fucking snake. He claims to be a Christian, but he blasphemes God's creation.
believe in a flat earth also believe in the firmament, enclosing the flat earth.
Same way with this idiot.
Here you are, someone that is in that bucket, if you will, on that side of the argument, saying, yeah, you, like I showed you in your interview, you do predict a 24-hour sun from your research, and that and the whole thing is just a fallacy. It's a false promotion. It's a straw man.
Yep.
And so now, I really pray that people will be armed with this knowledge now, right? So when they go out and they see the victory lap tour, you already got people making fun of the final experiment from the sense of like, oh, flat Earth's been disproven. You're like, wait a minute, this experiment didn't suddenly find curvature, and it didn't suddenly rewrite the Bible. So we got.
Wait, what? What about the Bible? The Bible is irrelevant. The Bible is fucking irrelevant, dude. The Bible's not a science book, so shut the fuck up. And they weren't out to measure curvature, stupid. That's already been measured, okay? Curvature's already been measured.
We got two big issues there, right, with what they're claiming. So they're propping this up as if it's an act.
I mean, they actually think that science, that all scientists have done absolutely fucking fuck all for the last 2,500 fucking years. That they just sat on their asses until 2016, and all of a sudden we got to start proving shit. We got to start fucking working this shit out. What the fuck is wrong with these people? Hey, Joe.
Actual settlement to the actual discussion, but it's not in any regard. And the whole thing was promoted.
Yes, absolutely, Joe King. The one thing that TFE did is expose the bottom-feeding fucking community. Yes, the lowest of the low, the liars, the frauds, the excuse makers, all the dishonesty, all the fake Christians are coming out.
With the false dichotomy, because here you are as a firmament believing.
And he keeps saying false dichotomy. No, you either have a 24-hour sun or you don't. That's not a false dichotomy.
Earther saying, yeah, you will see a 24-hour sun. And
yeah, the Truth
and Freedom Conference.
Yeah,
And,
conversations with Wes.
Yeah.
I've talked many times on Facebook. He's a good dude.
Yeah, for sure. And because of that, though, like we've had 3 months since you interviewed with Will about the final experiment, leading up to the trip, where the constant promotion of that trip was, well, this can only happen on a globe, and we're gonna go.
Yep. Flat Earth Dave said it. Nathan Oakley said it. Hundreds of other flat earthers have said it. I bet you even fucking said it before they fucking went on the trip. Didn't you, KIC?
Go prove the flat Earth wrong. But here you are, proponent of flat Earth for many years, also a biblical believer, which I could be wrong, but I believe the majority understanding from a flat Earth perspective, the majority of people that believe in a flat Earth also believe in a firmament, enclosing the flat Earth. So here you are, someone that is in that bucket, if you will, on that side of the argument, saying, yeah, you, like I showed you in your interview, you do predict a 24-hour sun from your research, and that and the whole thing is just a fallacy. It's a false promotion. It's a straw man.
Yep.
And so now,
it's a straw man. No, it doesn't prove anything. I love the tears. Your salty flat Earth tears nourish me.
I really pray.
They're like electrolytes. They're better than Gatorade, man.
Okay, that people will be armed with this knowledge now, right? So when they go out and they see the victory lap tour,
armed with this excuse, armed with this denial.
You already got people making fun of the final experiment from the sense of like, oh, flat Earth's been disproven. You're like, wait a minute, this experiment didn't suddenly find curvature, and it didn't suddenly rewrite the Bible. So we got two big issues there, right, with what they're claiming. So they're propping this up as if it's an actual settlement to the actual discussion, but it's not in any regard. And the whole thing was promoted with a false dichotomy, because here you are as a firmament believing flat earther saying, yeah, you will see a 24-hour sun, and I can actually model it for you. So
no, he can't. He can't model it. He tries. Hey, Forklay, he's tried, but he's failed every single fucking time.
I just think that is something that I want people to walk away with as well today, is that what you may see in the coming months is nothing but propaganda, nothing but a false framing And we need to pray for these gentlemen because this is not honesty.
Oh, we need to pray for these gentlemen. It's not honesty. Shut the fuck up, you lying sack of non-Christian bullshit. I mean, he's just lying right now. Just bald-faced lying. And calls himself a Christian. Kingdom in Christ is that guy's fucking channel name.
This needs to be addressed. And hopefully people can remember that the longest standing...
Just fucking pathetic.
...argument that the flat earth biblical cosmologists have had is that they can objectively measure time and time again that there's no curvature.
As the final experiment concludes, I think it's important that we take time to remember why we believe in flat earth. Was it ever really because our favorite influencer...
You believe in flat earth because you're a gullible piece of shit who doesn't trust anybody. You're a paranoid motherfucker. You're a narcissist who's found a grift. That's why you believe in flat earth. It pays the bills.
Told us so? Or was it just...
If there was no money in flat earth, we would know who the fuck this guy is. Guaranteed.
We like them as friends. We want to watch their content because we like them as people. Their personal beliefs can come and...
Every single one of his videos is an ad for his product. Same way with Chili de Castro.
Shift and go, but that shouldn't change our beliefs. For us in the flat earth community, it's the science and math that lets us know our truth. The final experiment has shown us that dome refraction allows for a 24-hour sun, and it set up flat earth in a beautiful...
Okay, prove your dome. Well, if there wasn't a dome, there wouldn't be anything to be refracted by, right? That'll be his excuse, you think?
Full spot to progress forward for 2025. We now have the firmament trackers model, which shows us this 24-hour sun. And we need to help Jaron and Austin make sure that they know they still have our support. Austin and Jaron are always welcome back into the flat earth community. And it makes...
They never left the flat earth community, moron. See, that's the thing. I don't understand what the big fucking commotion is. They're still flat earthers. Austin even said it last night. What are you talking about? I'm a flat earther. I'm fighting for this every fucking day. That's my life. You call me a fraud because I saw something you didn't like? God damn it, man.
It takes some time. They experienced a lot of hate from us and ridicule, and some people are still thinking it's in a stage, in a green screen. So we really got to welcome them back, embrace the progression of science. Now that we know the flat earth model requires and supports
a dome is a false dichotomy.
24-hour sun, why do we need to deny that? It makes no sense. It's important that we also ourselves independently analyze all the evidence given. Go and look at the 2021 footage where you can rotate yourself 360 degrees and see the shadows that a group 3 years ago had compared to the shadows that right now we're seeing in 2024. I believe it matches up, but I can never tell you what to think. I can only tell you how to think. And that's what's so powerful about this community and the flat earth sciences. We all once used to believe...
Wait, what? He can't tell you what to think. He can only tell you how to think. No, you can't. You can't fucking tell me how to think, motherfucker. I'm destroying you. And I'll destroy you in a debate if you're man enough to fucking man up. So no, you can't tell me how or what to think.
Tell you how to think. And that's what's so powerful about this community and the flat earth sciences. We all once used to believe in the globe, myself as well. And as we learn more about how the world works and we're taught how to think, no one just tells you the earth is flat and you believe them. It takes years of research. Myself, I'm on my 5th year now of doing serious flat earth research. And for many of you as well, you know that it takes...
He's on his 5th year doing serious flat earth research. Okay. You ever open a fucking textbook? You ever do that? Go to the libraries filled with fucking science books. Don't even have to buy them. You can look at them for free. You ever do that? Or did you just watch Eric Dubé's videos and come up with some fucking bullshit that you think makes it work?
It takes years to progress your knowledge up. Once you get to the point that everything makes sense and you're confident enough in it, that's hard to change. I think that Austin will come back. He has already experimented with dome refraction in the past.
He never fucking left, asshole.
And to come back now and embrace that, a lot of them aren't ready to accept that the possibility of a 24-hour sun is even real. A lot of them are going to be insisting that we...
So he's in Belize, which is like almost due south from here, right? I mean, it's about 2 or 3... Belize time zone. So it's GMT -6. So he's 2 hours ahead of me. I'm 8, -8. So he should have gotten my email, right? I sent that 3 hours ago, or 2 hours ago. So I haven't gotten a message back from him. So, that's weird. So he's got this business, but he doesn't answer his emails.
Stick to the earlier models, and that's fine. Ultimately, what brings us together is the fact that we know the Earth is flat. Whether you believe in the plasma moon theory, the stereographic model, concave, well, maybe concave, I may want to talk to you about that. But in general, it's
Plasma moon theory. Okay.
our disagreement with the heliocentric globe and our willingness to want to learn more. We want to learn how an eclipse would work on flat Earth. That
Austin did a fake debate last night. It's obviously a planned debate with softball questions to help Austin get back. Where did this happen? Oh, with Dave as a moderator? Yeah, we watched a little bit of that.
doesn't mean we believe the Earth is flat. It means we have the ability to want to learn something. How does this work? Does it make sense? And that will never change.
And if the plan is stupid, then the signatories are going to say, that looks pretty dumb. How about you don't do that? Right? You need to be an adult about this. And Austin, not an adult, it's like, well, why can't you just go? Yeah, just go. Make sure you get an insurance policy so that somebody can come in and haul your dead corpse out of there, right? In a day or two when you die. Because that's what's going to happen if you're going in there like that. So it was, I have to say.
So what is this clip? Why did you clip it right there? He'll believes anything. Why did you clip it there? It almost sounds like it's a threat, right? But no, MC Tune is talking about Austin exploring freely without any help, without any guidance.
It was glorious to see Witsit get absolutely trashed by Kati.
You got to understand. I think Jaron is in a little bit of an emotional state. Probably not completely. Probably not.
Yeah, from what I understand from what Jaron said last night, he was almost in tears. He was on the verge of tears. That his fucking entire paradigm was destroyed.
Completely, 100% emotionally stable right now.
But would he ever be able to understand the science of dome refraction? He needed our help more than ever now.
The sky matches the sphere. That the sky can only be explained on a sphere. Am I ready to say that I'm living on that sphere?
Oh yeah. Yes, I watched that last night. I had to go watch it from TFE's channel. I mean, I pause videos a lot. But my God, man, Mike was like out of control. He was drunk, so. But yeah, I mean, I couldn't deal with a 30-minute talk about alcoholism. That's about the time he lost me. And he wouldn't pause the video when he talked. And it's like, that's what people watch those debates for, is not to know that there was a debate, but to hear the stupid shit that the flat earther says. And he was talking over Steve the entire time.
Well, I'm going to keep it open for a little while to see if anybody has any better ideas. But
I mean, Mike's great. I love him. I love his show. I love his channel. But he just didn't suit me. I was also a little drunk myself, so that could have been part of it. I was kind of impatient. And I mean, that thing went on for 3.5 hours, and he was only into like the first 45 minutes of it, and it was like 10 o'clock.
But I wouldn't be surprised if that is the end result.
Yeah, Mike's great.
Thank you for watching Glerfs on Ice, the final experiment.
Yes, booze does have a adverse effect on your skills.
The sun is shining, he's alone, raging into his eye.
So it's like this whole thing was just to sell a product. Anything else?
Screaming at the top of his lungs as a 24-hour sun.
My cat wants to come in here, right? My cat is on the bed. The door's open. He can see me, right? And he cries. And when I go in there, He's already like on the edge of the bed ready to jump down. But I have to go in there so he can jump down and come in here with me. My cat is an asshole. And he won't stop crying. Fucking asshole.
Oh, how we laughed and whispered at such a comical sight. Just where's the piss?
By the way, that's Mr. Cheswick's music he's playing.
From the Belize campus in Central America, so the closest hop was 50 milliseconds away to Mexico. So it looks like the quality ended up being perfect, so I look forward.
So, yeah, we're not going to watch any more of this shit. Just him fucking blabbing on. So, anyway, that was it. Last third of the video. It's just him fucking talking.
More of these live streams. If you want more documentary styles. Oh, sorry, it's playing back on my phone. I was watching it from my phone.
He just tried to sell his product more. Doing a grift. I guess I'll let it play while I go pee.
The chat from my phone. It was a quite nice experience. So this live stream will still be available, but once we're done this, I'm going to set the status of the actual movie to public. So if you guys want to download that, whatever, go ahead. Please don't mirror it if you can. I have it. Well, the main reason is you're going to get sued by Will Duffy. If you mirror it, you will get sued. I won't for a special reason. That's the main reason. But we have it on here and also Rumble. So at the top of this description, you'll see a link tree for the TFE documentary. If for some reason this video does go to court, there's a process with YouTube. Rumble will still be up. But again, don't mirror this because you will get sued. I have the legal permission for this at the very bottom. We have special permission. But thank you all for tuning in. I think I'll end the live stream, but the chat is still open. So if anyone wants to give a few more questions, feedback, you are welcome to drop your opinion.
I guess we're going to do question and answer. I don't have it paused. Yeah, I don't have it paused.
Well, thank you all. I hope you have a good rest of your night. I guess I can put back on the intro screen for the Flat Earth University drive-in. That probably would have been a better one to have for the last little bit. Yeah, Duffy's an interesting guy. Who knows about him? Yes, will I be dropping a discount for the app?
Shoot heroin debunk show. I want to see this Salvia debunk show.
I am going to be on...
I remember when like before YouTube started censoring out the Salvia content, those were great. They had one guy... something on salvia, and he had like gardening on salvia, doing other shit, stuff that he couldn't hurt himself over. It's gardening on salvia. Okay, we've got some nice tomato plants here. We're going to plant a nice row of tomatoes. We'll have tomatoes for fried tomato casserole and tomato stew and, pasta sauce. And so here, first we're going to take a big hit of salvia. He fucking up that thing, and it just... The rest of the video is just him doing this shit and then falling over. And the fucking salvia freakouts. I miss those channels. Balcony window cleaning on LSD. Jesus, no way. That would never fly.
Mark Sargent's show. The Strange World with DJ Curious. I'm going to be on that show January 14th. So that is going to be
YouTube started going downhill right then, right when they started deleting all the salvia content.
Tuesday night. What I do whenever I go on a live show is I schedule a promo on Google Play and also with the web-based version so that it's usually 30% off. So the Pro app on Android, if you check the Google Play Store Tuesday, January 14th, you'll see it discounted then. Also, if you're from a developing country like India, or there's a whole bunch of countries where Google Play lets me check your billing profile so you can't cheat, but we give a very good discount, 75% off already. So if you're in India, you're getting a 75% discount. So I make this very fair so that anyone can afford it. It's just like either 3 beers or the app. So the only excuse is you. But if you want to test out the quality...
It's like $12 for his app. $12 fucking dollars for a plagiarized app that doesn't match reality. That's fucking awesome.
Download the free app first. That's why I made sure we have a free app where you can experience stuff such as the 24-hour sun.
And I bet you it's not on fucking I bet you it's not on Google Play or Apple. I bet it you got to install an APL or whatever. What do you call them? It's an A something.
And go to Union Glacier and test all that out. The Pro app lets you do more advanced features, such as having 2 observers at once. We have a back-end server so that you have the ability to actually type in locations like Union Glacier. You can just type that in, and then your location will just go right.
Oh, so I'm going to use an app that's not from Google Earth or Google Play Store or the Apple Store, and it's connected right to your server. API, thanks. And it's connected right to your server? Fucking no thank you. Holy shit. You think Dave's fucking app is unsecure?
Right there. So that's why the Pro app costs money and also my time. I want to make sure that these a long-term project that I continue on forever. So, but the Pro version though, even if you're in the US and you still want a discount, wait till January 14th and you'll get about 30% off. And the web-based version as well for all you people who don't have iOS. Let me drop that in the link.
30% off still is $8, something like that. It's still $8 or 10. Something I don't. My math sucks.
We're currently doing testing right now for the.
I know it's more than $1, and it's not even worth a fucking dollar.
The iOS version. Now, one final thing to mention, you guys might not even know that Apple charges me $99 a year, even if I want to release a free app.
I mean, I guess he isn't having a question and answer.
A view that you'd probably never really get to see. So it was really nice to see that. But again, for them, they had the same type of snow, and yeah, it makes sense. Austin said.
So we're done. We're not going to watch any more of this horse shit. So still haven't heard anything back from him on the email. Nope. Oops. I didn't want to do that. So I sent it at 12:42. That was almost 3 hours ago. 2 hours and 40 minutes ago. 46 minutes ago. So, yeah. Anyway. That's all we have now. I'll be back at 10 o'clock tonight. That would be 1 a.m. on the East Coast. So I'm not setting a schedule here. That's Flatzoid. That's his when he's got it scheduled. He's still alive? No. Can't. No. I think it ended. I don't know. Yeah, it ended. Easy isn't an arrow too. Everyone's using these fucking arrows. Jack Cocherella, he's got it. Fucking MTN. Cats. Midas Touch. I mean, it's just amazing. It's like this thing that sprung. Occupy Democrats, they've got it too. I don't understand the deal with it. It's like changing the color of a person's jacket or clothing. Have you seen these videos where it's like you look at the thumbnail and like it's a red car and red shorts and a green shirt, and then you click on the video and it's like a brown car with guys wearing a plaid shirt and striped pants. They fucking change colors and shit. It's like they you just got to have these bright, vivid colors, bright yellows, reds, blues. I mean, it really is amazing. And I think I can find it here. Edit net. Go live. Yeah, like right here. It's like the video is nothing like that, but you got these like bright colors. Like this. See a lot of like children's kids cartoons on YouTube, and it's just all the primary colors, a lot of bright white background, a lot of primary colors, not muted in any way. But yeah, it's just there's a lot of psychology that goes into it. So let me find Flatzoid's bullshit channel and make sure what time it is. So yeah, 10 p.m. my time. So 1 p.m. or 1 a.m. East Coast. So anyway, we'll be back. I'll go ahead and schedule it so you guys will get notified. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll talk to you later.